the reflection is going to be so much worse on these glasses because the lenses are bigger. Look at me. Hi, my name is Bam. Welcome back to my channel. I haven't filmed in a few weeks, so I'm, doing the most. I had my birthday. Yeah, my birthday was the 30th of March, which at the point that this is being uploaded was like 2 weeks ago, maybe like a week and a bit. It was a Wednesday anyway, and it snowed the next day, so that was the thing. So this is a book haul because my parents bought me books and then I bought myself books and clothes, but like it was like 3 shirts. So yeah, this is going to be another really bad book haul where I don't explain the plots of anything. I just show you the books I got and then we move on. Amazing. You're all here for my personality anyway. You're not, but it's fine. I hope this camera angle's okay. I'm sorry if it's a bit lopsided. I'm again on my little phone thing, and I can never tell if it's like oriented properly. Munchlax is here for moral support, as is Winnie the Pooh, and my Ariados rock that my friend gave me. So I also have water because it's I've been sick. I was gonna film this like 2 days ago, but I got ill, so. And I have so many that I'm going to have to like reorganize my shelves again, sort of. I'm basically just gonna turn a bunch of these like hardbacks horizontal and then stack them like I've done in other places that you can't see on this shelf, because I've done it on this shelf which is next to me, and this is the top one here is where my classics go. So, and I have 12 new classics that my parents bought me, and they're all gonna go on there, so I'm gonna have to kind of shuffle everything around to make room. So yeah, we're gonna start with the not classics because I have less of those. We'll start with the one that I bought myself, which is this chunker. There he is, very thick, over 1,000 pages, but it's a bind up. So this is the Walking Dead 3rd compendium. It's issues 97 to 144. So if you know what arc that is, good job. I already own the first 2 if you've seen anything on my bookshelves, but my like graphic novel and manga shelf is down there and you can't see it. Can I angle downwards? Sort of. There it is. And now I'm never gonna get this straight again. Shit. Whatever. Yeah, so that's gonna join them, and then there's only one more I have to get, and they're expensive, so we're just gonna like leave it. Then again, I've not actually gotten through the 2nd compendium, so I have time. You know, when the show is finished filming, that will be finished soon as well, and I haven't watched that since the first few episodes of season 10, so I need to catch up on that as well. And we've got ones that other people gave me. We'll start with the ones that... So, my friend Gwen came to visit from the Netherlands. She came for like 3 days, and that managed to coincide with my birthday, even though she didn't get in till like 1:45, so it was a thing. Either way, I got some books. She gave me her issue of Circe, which is like a small paperback, because I wanted to read it because I like Madeline Miller, because Song of Achilles is on my favourites shelf here, which I read that one for school and it's good. It made me cry, so I did want to read this, and I have stuff from it now thanks to Fairy Loot, so yay. We mentioned Helios again. We've been there before. I honestly can't remember what this is about, and I don't want to read the synopsis, so we're moving on. And then she also got me The Poppy War, which I've been pretty interested in because loads of people like loved this a little while ago, and I know that R.F. Kuang is putting out Babel this year, which sounds kind of interesting, but this is like Chinese history and mythology in fantasy. I hear it's pretty dark, so that's going to be something, and if I like this I'll pick up the other 2 most likely. But yeah, just have it in this. I really like the cover. I don't know, the vibes, interesting. I love the smoke and the red. And it just, yeah. Yes. most people probably know what this is about, and if you don't, I'm so sorry, because I'm not going to tell you. And that's on me. Truly it is. And then my little sister got me a manga, because my older sister painted me a picture, which was really cute. It was a really nice picture. But yeah, my little sister picked up a manga for me. Volume 5 of Seven Deadly Sins, because I started reading that again, because I'm going to watch the anime at some point. But yeah, this is one of the manga that I'm collecting at the moment, and I'm only collecting a few, so, because I don't have the room to collect loads. But yeah, I've only read the first volume so far, but I have watched the whole like first season of the show, and then I stopped watching anime. So yeah, and Diana's on the cover, and I love her. Diana, my beloved. Yeah, that's everything that's not a classic. And then everything else is. Woo! I have just a massive pile. We've got Penguins, and then, oh Jesus, and then Wordsworth's. So we're kind of just gonna sort of like breeze through these a little bit, just because I don't want this video to be too long. And also, I'm really bad at explaining plots of books. And will I get better? Probably not. I don't think many people care. Plus, they're classics. You can Google it. It's fine. So we'll start with the Penguins, just because I have less of those. So we have A Picture of Dorian Gray, which I know Bella really likes this one, and a few of my other Discord friends quite like this. So I'm interested to read it. And I am... most of these classics I am probably going to go through with my little English lit student brain and to annotate to shreds. This one has a little bend in the cover there, but I'm already gonna like crack the spine anyway. So it's all good. He's gonna be fine when I read him in 3 years. Yeah, I'm really bad. And then we have Jules Verne books, because I really wanted to read Jules Verne, because I like sci-fi in certain settings. Like, I love War of the Worlds. War of the Worlds is one of my favourite books. I have this, which my roommate got me for Christmas. And it's a book that I also did like a whole essay on. So I'm interested, and these kind of have the same energy. So we've got 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, which is this cool little cover one. And big sea monsters, big underwater places. I know there's a cloth bound for this, but for the most part I'm like collecting the paperbacks so that I can like annotate them to hell and then buy the cloth bounds if I like them. But also all of these are like floppy, which is very satisfying, and it's going to be very, very fun to scribble in them, even though the margins are really tiny, but it's fine. Yay. We also have Journey to the Center of the Earth, which I kind of wanted because I watched the movie, and I mostly watched the movie because Josh Hutcherson is in it and he's one of my favorite actors. So yeah, this is obviously like going underground and finding dinosaurs and stuff, and it's cool. Yeah. Again, sort of floppy-ish spine, but yeah, I mostly wanted these editions of these two because I liked the covers more than I liked the Wordsworth covers. I don't know, they're cool. They're cool to look at. Oh Jesus, let's not drop them. And then I also have The Mysterious Island, which is thicker than I thought. This is also a floppy spine one, but this is the Wordsworth because I don't think there's a penguin for this one, but the cover's not too bad. It's cool. I know very little about what this one is about. However, it's got pictures in it, which is kind of cool. Bad, but I wanted to read some Jules Verne books, so now I have 3. I'm gonna go into my classics era. Woo! Okay, and then we have everything else. I think I've got authors split up without meaning to split them up, so I'm just gonna like try and fix that. I'll put my Dickens on the bottom, and then we'll put the smaller ones on. Okay, so we have one of my favourite Shakespeare plays, which is Much Ado About Nothing. This became my favourite Shakespeare play aside from Othello. I love Othello. But I performed this one when I was doing my Cambridge Foundational at college, which was like a vocational course that I dropped out of because the teacher hated me and she made my life hell. So I dropped that one. However, this was fun. I have the opinion of, like, people don't appreciate Shakespeare enough because too many people teach it by reading it rather than watching it, and Shakespeare never intended for people to read most of this stuff. I mean, the actors couldn't even read it because they got like snippets of script, and they had to work with they had to work with like cues and things. It was a whole debacle to avoid plagiarism and everything. But I won't give a history lesson on that right now. But yeah, so this is one of my favorites, next to Othello and Romeo and Juliet. But these three are kind of ones that I've had like personal experiences with, which I assume is why they're my favorite, because I can like associate things to them. But yeah, this was really fun to do, and it was like a really nice kind of performance, even though I got heat stroke. But it was the middle of summer, and I was wearing black under theatre lights, so it was bound to happen. But I got food out of it, so it was okay. I'm running out of steam, Jesus. Oh, you can still tell I'm a little bit sick, because it's not COVID though. I took a COVID test, so it's fine. Okay, Mrs. Dalloway by Virginia Woolf, which is a nice little modernism thing, I believe. I hope so. I hope I'm not getting my periods wrong. I just know that this one is studied in a module that I can take next year, which will be my third year of uni. But like, yeah, I wanted to read this because it sounded interesting. Also, it's short, which is always nice. This is probably going to sit next to my Gatsby copy, which, let me show you my copy of Gatsby. Yeah, you can tell that I've kind of read this one a lot, but Gatsby is one of my favorite classics. I don't know, at least from a studying standpoint, maybe not an enjoyment standpoint, because it took me a while to get into it. However, I appreciate it as a book. So modernism is something that like takes me a little while to get into, but overall I like studying it, and that's kind of where a lot of my enjoyment of classics comes from, like looking at themes, and it's whatever, you don't care. Virginia Woolf. We also looked at a bit of Virginia Woolf for my women in writing class, which was interesting. She's a neat woman. Then we have Robinson Crusoe by Daniel Defoe, which is an interesting one. It's cited by like Karl Marx and stuff about like economics, and it's like a book from the Enlightenment period. The only reason I know about this one is because again, during my classes I did an identity module last year, and we looked at like the Enlightenment period and like civil identity and things like that, and it was like we read like snippets of this about like human identity and how people try and like build society even when there isn't any. And yeah, we read a section about him like building a table and stuff. It was interesting, so I wanted to read the whole thing, hence why I have it. Also, the power on the cover's cool. But yeah, that was my main like interest in reading this. We have Tom Sawyer and Huckleberry Finn, which there wasn't really much like reason behind me wanting this other than I just kind of wanted to read it. Like, I don't know, it just kind of sounds fun, sounds funky. The cover gives me graphic design as my passion vibes, but it's fine. Again, all of these Wordsworth are like floppy, which is like fun. That's gonna be like, they're gonna be great to read, especially for like the bigger ones. But yeah, this is just like two boys doing their thing, and it's a whole thing about adventure. And I've never read it before. I don't know much about it, but I wanted to read it. So then we have my queen, Emily Bronte, with Wuthering Heights, which I have heard like mixed things about, but I wanted to read it anyway. I know Emily Bronte is more like a poet, I think. Yeah, I think so. My favorite, I don't do much poetry, but my favorite poet's Christina Rossetti, so take that for what you want. But Wuthering Heights, I think we were going to read this on one of my modules, but then the reading list changed because we had like teacher change. It was kind of complicated and a mess, but Wuthering Heights. Kind of many times I said that. And we have my Dickens. I got 3 Dickens books, and then I didn't realise how big Bleak House was. Look at that. That's like 760 something pages, I think. But again, floppy. I have only read a few Dickens books. Obviously I did the usual study Christmas Carol at GCSE level, and I enjoyed that from like a studying standpoint, but also I like Muppets Christmas Carol, so you know, that's a thing. But I don't own any Dickens myself. A lot of what I read was like school copies and things like that. But I wanted to read more. Plus, Emmy is doing the Dickens versus Tolstoy thing, and I'm too scared to read Tolstoy, so I'm gonna read Dickens instead. But as well as Bleak House, look at that thing. I got Tale of Two Cities and Great Expectations. This is a title of a lost episode. I think it's season 3, episode 1. And if you know what I mean, I love you. But yeah, obviously there's been like loads of citations from this one, and it's interesting. And then Great Expectations is on my module for this year, my Victorians module, but I got it a little bit late, but I might still read it for the sake of my essay, which is due in May, so I have time to read it. But yeah, Pip. I like Pip as a character. Pip is cute. I love the name as well. But yeah, this is like class and city and things like that. It's a whole slew of stuff. And I've been talking for 20 minutes and I haven't given you any information other than the books that I own now, and I can shelve them finally, because they've just been sat on my floor for about a week. Not a week. It's been like 5 days. But I get to shelve them now, thank God. I literally just wanted to film this because I wanted to get it out of the way, because I wasn't sure if I was going to film a wrap-up. I don't think I'm going to film like a wrap-up of the books that I read in March. I'm going to wait and then maybe do like a half-year one or a quarter year. If we get to the end of April and I've read a lot of books, then I'll do like an April wrap-up. Otherwise, you'll have to wait till June, and then I will do a half-year wrap-up, because I don't read many books in a month because I'm slow and I have ADHD and I don't focus. So yeah, I hope we like my new glasses. I think they're pretty cool. If you didn't watch my last video, it was a little chill vlog of what I did in March. There's like no music or like any direct voiceover stuff, so it's just kind of like chill background noise, mostly birds, mostly animals actually, because I went to a wildlife park. But yeah, so that was my book haul. I'd haul everything up, but I'm afraid with how big the compendium is that I would drop it on myself and that would hurt. So I'm just gonna like vaguely hold up my classics. Yay. Okay, thumbnail, thank God. Oh, shit. Thank you for watching, I guess. This has been a mess. Slightly less of a mess than my last book haul, but also I still didn't give you much information. And maybe one day I will do better, but please don't hold me to that. Never expect better from me. Except for maybe like slightly better editing, but like, you know, the next thing that I'll probably upload is like a reading vlog maybe, I don't know. I'm on Easter break, so like I can do a reading vlog if I want to. I might also do a reading vlog for the Fairy Loot book of the month, but I don't know when the readathon is, and that might be at the end of the month, so we'll see. I'll decide when things happen, and now I'm gonna put these on my shelf. So thank you for watching. Sorry this has been weird, but I think all of my just talking to camera videos are weird because I don't know how to talk more and how to not talk fast. So we'll practice, probably. And you can subscribe if you want to see more of me, if that's really something you want. And I guess I'll see you in the next video, which might be this month, or it might be in 2 months, because I don't really plan to film in May because I have assignments and I'm going to be depressed. So yeah, like and subscribe, hang out, leave a comment if you want, tell me what you think of any of these books. If you've read any of the classics, tell me which one I should start with. But I might go in like publishing date order, which I'm gonna have to Google. Yeah, cool, bye.